Roger, well, fresh off a trip to Asia in which he was part of a bipartisan congressional delegation designed to strengthen the relationship between the U.S. and numerous countries in the Asia-Pacific region. Let's welcome in Congressman Mark Takai.
Good morning.
Yeah,
Aloha.
thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
I don't even know which time code you are on right now, but main thing is you're awake and you are here with us.
I'm at home. That's the main thing.
Exactly. So tell us all about this Asia trip. I mean, there were seven days, 5 countries involved. What ground was broken on this?
You know, it's a very important trip for me as a freshman. I was invited by the Leader Pelosi, to participate, one of 10 members. And most of the members are pretty senior, so it was an opportunity for me to spend some time with the leadership. But in terms of the trip, you know, 5 countries in 7 days, pretty rigorous schedule. We went to Cambodia, Vietnam, Myanmar, South Korea, and Japan.
That is pretty incredible. Now, for those who don't have an exact understanding, I mean, there's a variety of topics. This is not just your typical 8-hour kind of work day. What were you guys discussing? What were the heated topics of conversation?
Well, we talked with different people. We talked with every heads of state. We talked in some cases with the opposition as well. We met with some of the civil and labor leaders in these countries. And the main topics were trade, human rights, food safety. Believe it or not, you know, we buy a lot of food, or we import a lot of food from Vietnam. And some people in Congress believe that some of that food may be, in fact, unsafe. We talked about women's rights. We talked about religious rights. You know, there's a lot happening in this area of the world right now in regards to the Trans-Pacific Partnership. And much of the discussion right now in Congress has to do with whether these countries, Vietnam is a perfect example, whether their standards are as good as ours, you know, because we're going to open our markets possibly to them. We just got to make sure that if that happens, that it's fair for our workers, our labor market, and our businesses.
I think lastly, you know, this week the big talk right now in Washington is the Iran nuclear deal. It seems like a framework has been put in place, but Israel came out even just this past week and said, you know, we don't like the language exactly. You know, they basically want Iran to stop all uranium enrichment. What is the middle ground? What's going to take to get this deal brokered?
Well, I think right now doing nothing is not an option, because Iran, based on what we understand, can produce a nuclear weapon within 2 to 3 months. I think the agreement right now stops all development and forces Iran to eliminate all of the more recent centrifuges. So they're going to be using their very old centrifuges if they do, and that gives them probably a year to produce that weapon. Now, I think that that's a fair alternative, but we've got a lot to discuss. And you know, as a member of the Armed Services Committee, we'll have many hearings just on this particular topic next week, probably.
Oh, well, again, yeah, you guys under a 2-week recess as we speak, so enjoy your time in Hawaii.
Yes.
I wish we had more time to talk with you, but thank you so much for making time for us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, hey, again, Congressman Mark Takai.